Aptitude problems are abundant in nature, and you might have come across many of the aptitude problems either when you were applying for a job or either when you were applying for an institution to get admitted. And maybe perhaps some of you are in the process of and you're wondering how to solve aptitude problems or maybe logical problems because those are the two common types of problems asked in such situations. Basically, there are many applicants and the seats are few, so they want to filter it out, and they often do this with the help of aptitude test. So, in this such aptitude test, they're not asking you about graph theory or integrations or such high concept in mathematics. Often they are asking you questions which you have learned till 10th grade in your school, and out of which most of the things can be solved basically by using a formula. They just don't want to trick you so that you do some kind of silly mistakes and you're figured out. And here, I mean, here to help you to keep some things in mind when solving aptitude problems of such nature, and you'll be fit to go. So the number one thing is that always check the units of the numbers given. For example, you might be given a question about speed, a distance and time. Speed is equal to distance upon time. We all know that. So if you are given two out of these three equation, you can find the third one. And it's basically simple. For example, if you're given a distance of 10 and time of 5, you can simply divide it and you have the speed of 2. But here, many of the people make mistake is that they often don't check the unit. Whenever you're solving any aptitude problems, you have to first check the units because to calculate anything, you should have this unit of the same standard on both the sides. For example, if speed is given in kilometer and distance is given in meter and time is given in seconds, then you need to make speed is given kilometer per second. So you can see on left hand side there is second, on right hand side there is second for time. So that is fine. But on left hand side for kilo speed it is given kilometer, on right hand side is given meter. So you either have to convert the left hand side into meter per second or you have to convert the right hand side into kilometer. So that way you will have the same units on both the sides and then you can go on and solving the problems. So this is one of the first things you have to keep in mind or else you might do many blunders. The second thing is the method of approximation. Because you're solving for the examinations, you don't have to solve the exact number because often you'll be given options, 4 options, and you have to select one. And so if you have an options like 6, 7, 8, and 9, and you're solving some questions and you get the answers as 6.2. So don't go on calculating the exact number because you're not getting the exact number anyway in the options. All you have to do is select the nearest number and then you're done because often the options will be the nearest number or the exact number. But either or, if you don't have an options like 6.23, 6.24, you don't have to calculate the exact. You can just go by an approximation and you'll have yourself an answer. This is the second tip you need to keep in mind and you can save yourself a lot of trouble. And the third and the most important thing is that you need to sometimes substitute the answer to find the answers in a simpler fashion. For example, you might have a questions which have many big numbers. And if you go on calculating, 1 second. For example, you must have a question which if you start to calculate, you realize it might take 10 minutes of your time. So that would be a waste of time. But try to check if you can just substitute the options. You are given 4 options, A, B, C, D. Can you substitute them in the question and see if the question holds? And maybe that way you can just only spend 5 minutes of your time and get the answer. And you have to make these decisions in almost like 20 seconds and you will be understanding whether you can put in the options or you have to calculate the answers thoroughly. So some of questions can be solved by just substituting the option and finding the most reasonable answer. This is some of the tricks, tips you have to keep in mind solving aptitude questions whenever you're going for a job or for an institution admission. That's it. See you guys next time.